Hello everyone! A few days ago, when the roadmap update was released, we learned that some of the content originally planned for Alpha 4.9 has been moved to Alpha 4.10, which is currently scheduled for mid-August. According to the developers, this decision was made because they want to shift their focus toward building new internal tools that can identify the root causes of major gameplay issues instead of simply fixing their symptoms. However, this approach comes with certain trade-offs. Several teams responsible for the game's core system now need to dedicate their time to improve stability instead of developing new gameplay features or supporting additional content. As a result, development on a small number of planned features has been temporarily paused while the teams focus on making starcitizen's underlying systems more stable and reliable. With that in mind, CJ has decided to move Siege of Orison and all content related to the new instancing technology from Alpha 4.9 to Alpha 4.10, which is expected to release in mid-August. The developers also explained that this additional 4 weeks will allow them to further polish the technology, gameplay system, and supporting feature required for this content. So, now let's take a look at what will arrive in Alpha 4.9 and what has been moved to Alpha 4.10. Starting with Alpha 4.9, the main menu will receive a small redesign. The persistent universe button will become much larger than the area commander button, making it the primary focus of the menu. A new mission set called Support the Miners, provided by Reco Battaglia, will also be added. This contract can be accepted directly through your mobiGlas. Players will also receive a new collection of lightly armored apparel, allowing them to stay stylish while still remaining effective in combat situations. The update will also introduce 2 brand new hairstyles, while another existing hairstyle will be updated to meet the game's current quality standards. Another additional is the new Ordnance Cargo Holder, a dedicated storage frame for missiles, torpedoes, and bombs that improve both presentation and cargo handling. Patch 4.9 will also introduce the new bearing CQ-7 bullpup rifle. Vehicle combat is receiving an update as well, with the introduction of new hit markers to simply have they work. Blue indicates that you're hitting shields. White means you're damaging armor on the hull. Red shows that you hit an internal ship component. The flight experience is also being improved with a completely redesigned ship audio system featuring brand new sound assets that should greatly enhance immersion and provide much better feedback while flying. Finally, Alpha 4.9 will include updated behavior for both juvenile and adult Valakar, giving them much more dynamic burrowing, tracking, repositioning, and attack patterns during combat. Now let's take a look at what has been moved to Alpha 4.10. The fixed major addition is the completely reworked Siege of Orison event, where players will assault Nantel's-controlled platforms and coordinate mission-driven combat encounters. Alongside, it comes one of the most important technologies currently in development, instancing. This new system allows the game to create private gameplay space with controlled access. Entry to an instance is managed through specific requirements, party leader ownership, and built-in safeguards that prevent unauthorized players from entering, or automatically remove them if they no longer meet the requirements. Once instancing is fully implemented, CG plans to expand this technology even further by introducing new sandbox location inside landing zone, including areas such as the municipal works, the Neve Arcorp. Another feature arriving in Alpha 4.10 is Mission Giver Reco Battaglia. Instead of accepting here contracts only through Mobiglass, players will be able to meet here in person at Levski and receive missions directly from here. Patch 4.10 will also introduce the brand new Super Heavy Combat Armor. This armor is designed specifically from operating the new Apocalypse Arms Vendetta heavy machine gun. The weapon can only be equipped while wearing this armor, because its ammunition is stored inside a specialized backpack that is exclusive to the Super Heavy Armor set. The Cloud Imperium will also receive new rewards, including the Drake Clipper, featuring a unique factory livery and upgraded components. Players will be able to each it by completing a new series of Vikelo contracts. Another welcome addition is the new item recovery system. Ship and item recovery is being improved to better preserve custom loadouts, while introduce a free recovery option whenever the game determines that a player's loss occurred outside of their control. The Nine Tails criminal organization will also receive a completely armor overhaul, giving grants, elite enemies and bosses an update and more distinctive appearance. Finale Alpha 4.10 will include a major rebalance of quantum and hydrogen fuel tanks, fuel capacity and consumption rates, have been adjusted across many ships to better match their intended size and gameplay roles. And finally today's last piece of news. CG recently released a new sneak peek title, Imagine Market, teasing another upcoming vehicle from Grace Market called the Grace Basher. From what we've seen so far, it appears to be based on the Mustang platform, but rebuilt using salvaged parts from a variety of different ships, much like the Grace ship. Interestingly, the Grace Basher was actually first seen all the way back in the 2019 Squadron 42 teaser, where both the Grace ship and the Grace Basher briefly appeared. During this year's DefenseCon, CG officially confirmed that the Grace Basher is scheduled to release in July, so there's a good chance we'll see it arrive alongside Alpha 4.9. And that's everything for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care everyone.